everyone, I'm Brad Nelson.
I'm Todd Anderson.
And you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com. So today we're going to be playing a little bit of Standard, not preparing for any event, but actually playing a matchup that I was really interested in going into GP Pittsburgh. Now, Sultai Midrange is a deck that I have bored many of you for the last month now. I know, it's crazy because I actually feel like the deck is very good, but it's not really picking up any traction. No one's really playing it. You look at top 32 lists from GPs and Opens and it's not existent.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because I do think that the shell of the deck is really good, and even though the blue's only really for Dragon Lord, Slumgar, and maybe some sideboard cards, the card's very powerful, and I think the shell of the black-green deck with Tireless Tracker and stuff just seems very strong.
Yeah, the only other splash that this deck sometimes has besides the Slumgars is Painful Truths, which is, you know,
Ow.
Yeah, very blue card, but the deck has been something that I've been working on for a month now. And it's mostly a reaction to where the metagame sits. Now, green-white's on top. Best deck in the format.
Is it?
Kinda.
I mean, everyone says that, but it only put one deck in the top 8 of...
Well, the format's reacting.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's true. Like, you can have a best deck and it not perform that well because it got hated on so badly, or people are just preparing for it so much.
Yeah, every deck right now that, like the other tier 1 decks, let's say Bant Humans, like Bant Company turned into Bant Humans to pressure Gideon better out of the green-white matchups. Crypto's Rights decks are starting to, like, instead of going for the combo, they're trying to go for Atarkas and better ways, more displacers, better ways to actually attack this matchup. And you even see, like, the mono-white humans decks, well, the white-red humans decks, playing main deck Griff Spoons and just stronger ways to get in the air and fight this matchup. So here we have Sultai, a deck that I think is slightly favored against green-white, but that's arguably so. It might be worse. I don't know.
Brad is just very good against green-white.
Yeah, I beat my opponents, but that might be because they don't understand the matchup that well. They don't know how to cyber that well. Maybe two players that know the decks at the equal levels will have a close matchup. But I believe that Sultai is where green-white is bad against all those other decks. Sultai crushes them, which is exactly where I want to be if I've even against the best deck and beating all the matchups designed to beat that one. All the targeted heat is on green-white right now, allowing Sultai to kind of do its thing. But the real reason that I'm doing this video is because I got my homeboy back. I spent a lot of time...
Me?
No, I've had you forever. Yeah, I would miss you if you were never always around.
I'll accept that.
All right, I'll cut this short before we get in the games. I wanted to try an experimental sideboard, another transitional sideboard plan that I've done many times in the past, and I thought maybe Deathmist Raptor is actually good now. And I just threw it in the sideboard along with 2 Den Protectors, replaced the Duskwatch Recruiters in the main with Den Protectors, which has been much better anyway, and kind of realized that Deathmist Raptor, outside of the green-white matchup, is just an unbelievable sideboard card. Just so good.
Yeah, I mean, forgot about Dre. Forgot about...
Yeah. Dre Mist Rapper?
Yeah,
Dre Mist Rapper?
Sure,
come on!
Wow. No, yeah, I mean, Deathmist Raptor has always been this kind of innocuous card that at times it is phenomenal, and at times it's just a 3/3 for 3 mana, just a trained Armadon. And when it's good, it is great. And this might be the spot where it's actually just phenomenal again because people forgot about it.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing that you were talking about at various points, and I'll let you elaborate on this further, but being able to morph it on turn 3, do you think it's going to die?
It usually does. It's usually always a Den Protector in their eyes, and they want to grasp it if they can, especially against decks that have easier ways to kill colorless creatures. Like in the green-black mirror, sometimes they just have Ultimate Price and it's going to live anyway, so I do just face it up, just so it has a better chance of rumbling with a tracker if that happens.
Sure.
But it just has this target on its head because it always trades with something, no matter what it's going to trade, and that's the benefit because the Den Protector package allows you to transform into a much more grindy, get-on-the-board deck, which is something that most Sultai decks can't really do against a lot of decks, and other decks exploit. For example, Sylvan Advocate, Nissa, Tyler's Tracker, all great magic cards. Not in the first 3 turns of the game, 4 turns. They're weak creatures. So if you play a Deathmist Raptor, a lot of these plans of a Smasher and Sylvan Advocates and all these aggressive elements coming out of the 4-color Cryptolith Rites decks, for example, are going to be sometimes invalidated when I draw my Deathmist Raptors, along with a lot of decks like Bant Humans and Bant Company. They're trying to get on the board, figure out some way to attack early, force out the Languish, and then be able to resolve a Collected Company. Whereas Deathmist Raptor, along with the other creatures, it's just I'm playing creatures as fast as they are, and they have to play Reflector Mages. They have to get defensive, or at least find some avenue of attack, which usually exploits them with a Languish.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, it's the same with like a Limval the Preserver. You know, like, you can cast a Limval the Preserver before you cast a Languish, specifically because the creature will kind of stick around after. And it's kind of the same thing with Deathmist Raptor, because the threat of it coming back means that the front side of it is able to be sacrificed quite easily. You know, if you play an early Deathmist Raptor, it's going to force your opponent to kind of overextend in order to try to deal you any amount of damage. And then that's just going to result in them getting beat by Languish.
But what about Declaration in Stone, Todd? Doesn't Declaration in Stone invalidate Deathmist Raptor?
I'll draw a card.
Yeah, well, it's not even I'll draw a card.
Who cares?
The entire deck
is
3-mana
3/3.
Yeah, it's exactly. It is on paper the worst card in your deck. Your Sylvan Advocates are 4/5 Vigilance. Your Trackers are gaining Card Advantage. Your Kalitas is gaining a zombie army. I don't know if we really need. Have you seen the new Eldritch Moon spoiling with like Lily and the horde of zombies? It's like Kalitas kind of already does that, and it didn't work. So I don't really know what she's gonna do. But
dude, if you send 400,000 ants to tackle a bear, maybe. I don't know. I don't know math.
Yeah.
How many ants do you need to take down a bear? I don't know.
Someone's probably going to answer it incorrectly. But anyway, let's get into the matchup, which is 4-color Rites against Sultai, a matchup where Todd is going to have to try to conserve resources, and then after sideboard has a transitional sideboard plan that I also transition into a trump. And we're going to see if that actually works here. Because that's what I'm trying to do at GP Pittsburgh. That happened before time travel. All right, let's play. So here we are again with the 7-11s game. I'm assuming that most people understand this game by now, but if you roll an 11, you get to be on the play. If you roll 7, you have to be on the draw. If someone rolls an 11 while the other rolls a 7, the person with the 11 gets to be on the play all 5 games. Hey.
Rats.
It works.
At least we rolled one time that time instead of the like 20 or so we did last week. All right. How's your hand, Bartley?
My hand's great. Just making sure you had time to think about yours. So what's going on in my hand is that usually I want to save the Evolving Wands for a tracker, but I do need a second black as early as possible, and I have a 3-drop already outside of the tracker, so I might lose out on 1 clue, but
sure,
it's not like I utilize them anyway.
My side, well, that was actually kind of an interesting draw. We're going to lead off here with a Loam Dryad. We're going to be fetching probably next turn with this Evolving Walls to make sure that our battle lands can come into play untapped. I expect most of my creatures to die in this matchup before gaining a ton of value, so anything I can get out of them I think is going to be pretty good.
Even 1 damage?
Yeah, 1 damage is a lot. It's 5%. All right, we'll play another one. I'll go and fetch a mountain.
Bile Blight.
Sure. Judge?
All right.
Ruinous Path or Loam Dryad.
Go.
Tracker. All right. Well, we have an interesting decision this turn. Going for a main phase Collected Company to try to find a Reflector Mage to bounce the Tireless Tracker is super dangerous because of the card Languish. But the black-green deck to place Tracker doesn't usually play 4. So the odds are slightly favorable that he doesn't have it. I don't want to try to keep him from getting clues. I'm not sure how valuable that actually is.
That's the big tension in these type of matchups is, do you try to gain tempo with Reflector Mage and get caught by the Languish, or do you allow the deck to gain card advantage?
Yeah. Well, I guess now that I've played the Prairie Stream, I have no other options, so we'll just say go. I think I'll wait. I want to maybe at least surprise him. Plus, if he has something like Ruinous Path that also keeps him from being able to bust up my...
Oh, no.
Keep doing your stuff. I'll get you a clue.
I got a clue. And then I got a turn for you.
A turn for me.
Your turn.
All right. We'll cast this. Cool.
Brick.
I'll put in this Atarka.
I don't think I could win the game if you did that.
Not super exciting with the Loam Dried as our only other option, but Displacer's decent, or Dece as the kids call it. So instead of applying more pressure to the board, what we can do actually is just tap the Tireless Tracker with the Eldrazi Displacer and attack for 6. And I don't hate that. I also don't love it. Also kind of want to just play Matter Reshaper. And if we had played a colorless land last turn, we could potentially play Reshaper and use Displacer, but that would also make it so we're only attacking for 3. So we may have punted slightly. We can also just shove and hope he doesn't have a Languish, which I'm not super unhappy with either. But we also have the option to potentially just even wait on Recruiter to try to gain some card advantage off of it. All right, we'll just say go.
All right, decisions.
Now at the very least, he has a choice between trying to kill Displacer or trying to kill Dustwatch Recruiter or trying to draw into a Languish off of clues.
All right, well, we're going to start by doing sacrificing Max McVitie. Goodbye, buddy. And guess we'll just untap.
That's unfortunate.
And make another clue. Attack.
I guess block. Block of Matter Shaper is kind of gross, though, because if we hit a... Yeah, I'm almost 100% he's going to Languish, so we'll just block with a Loam Dryad. I think I'm fine saving the 4 points. He still basically has to Languish, and if he doesn't Languish, we can potentially do some stuff next turn. But
all right, you get a trigger.
Yeah, we do.
All right, well, you have a Crypto with Rites after getting all your creatures dead.
Yeah.
Go.
The power. The power.
And that's why that card gets boarded out against these decks.
Go.
Yeah, I could see saving the Duskwatch.
Yeah, I probably should have. That was likely a mistake.
All right.
I felt like if I didn't play Duskwatch, you could just maybe 1-for-1 removal me out, though. And like I said, the deck I don't think plays that many copies of Languish, so it's kind of hard. Well, still can't really do anything. I'm just gonna say go. Assume you're gonna flip your creature up, but
yeah, I'm gonna flip up and get Tracker back.
Okay.
And then untap, draw. Attack for 3.
Excuse me. All right, 17.
Okay. Play Nissa.
So one thing I'm not a huge fan of with these Cryptolith Rite decks is that they don't really have a ton of protection from Languish. And
yeah,
I mean,
well, that's like game 1 is that
Right.
it has a bad Languish matchup, and then it has the transformational sideboard. Then I'll play the land, get a clue, flip Nissa. Okay. And then I guess I'll just get this out of the way. And then with the Nissa, I'm just going to continue gaining card advantage just in case things get sad. All right, another clue. Oh, wow, that's so many clues. How many can I get into play?
I don't know. We don't have that many.
Oh, okay. I thought they were all clues. I'm like, that's my new goal is to just make the house re-chip or chip up or whatever it's called. All right, your turn. And I have 3 or 4.
All right, Visionary draw. All right, Reflective Mage this. I'll take 1 point of damage.
16.
There you go. Yeah, so many clues and active Nissa. I basically have to draw Dragonlord Tarka next turn to have a chance. Even then, I don't even know if it's going to be good enough. He's drawing at least 2 cards a turn. Basically getting a clue and a card every turn.
All right, we will... I guess I have enough green mana that I'll pop a clue with 2 forests. Play that as my land because I hit the swamp off of this, and then go the slow burn.
Yep. Right now, something like Dustwatch Recruiter would be great. Nahiri would be fine. This is actually not a terrible draw either. Check this out. Sure. Probably means he's going to Dim Protector Chain.
Oh, wow. I'll grasp one.
And trigger.
All right. Sack a clue. All right. Play a tracker. Play a tracker. Tick up.
Not really a ton to say from my side. It's gonna be
it's
gonna be a hell to to get back in this game, but probably should have conceded 3 turns ago.
Go.
See. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Just try. Just try. All right, blue, white, whatever's. Reflector Mage, the Sylvan Advocate. I guess attack at Nissa.
Block.
Sure. And say go. Sure. This ultimate's at 7. If he's able to fire off in this ultimate, we're gonna scoop at that point. We have 1 turn to hit super good off Collected Company to try to get at the Nissa, as it were. So many little triggers to remember with Brad's deck. I cannot assume that most people who play it will play at peak efficiency, though, as well.
Or sequencing sometimes is unique. All right, so I'm going to play an Oath. Get another tracker, I guess. So I should have Oath first. So yeah, I missed a sequencing.
Yeah, there was some argument, actually, to casting my Collected Company after he blocked with the tracker to trade him, because if he has another tracker, then the one that I bounce off a Reflector Mage off a Collected Company could get locked in his hand for a turn and give us a chance to get rid of the Nissa, but I didn't want to just run into like Languish or Dim Protector Languish, so. Alright. Not a lot. Probably just going to get this killed right now.
I will...
Just kill it so I can concede.
I'm not... Yeah, your turn.
Okay.
Can't kill it.
Can't kill it. I feel like that's a lie.
Well, not at instant speed.
Sure. Alright. Blink this one.
Blinking or...
I think I actually have to just displace or blink it because I need to be able to attack the Nissa. Maybe I should actually just bounce the target Reflector Mage. Yeah, fine. We'll do this. Sorry.
Okay, I'm just... Yep, works.
Alright, do it again.
Works.
And then attacking with Recruiter, I think, is bad, so we'll just attack with the Displacer, targeting the Nissa. And actually, I probably need to attack with Visionary too, because he can just trade with this. So, but I want to make sure I can activate this Yeah, Cryptolithrites. So.
Yep. I will block the...
I should have tapped for a mana too. So I'm making all these little minor mistakes. But
untap a land. That's fine.
sure. All right. So I tapped this for mana.
Yep.
Okay.
I will animate.
Yep.
Block Displacer.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So this takes 1. And go. Yep. All right. I didn't cast a spell, so this trigger's gonna go on the stack, and then I'm gonna activate it.
Taking a pain or just... You tapped right. Let's just say you tapped right.
Sure.
All right. Anissa?
Yep.
Okay. So draw for turn. Cast Languish.
Yeah, you win.
Okay, yeah.
So he's going to Languish, then tick up, and then I have no way to pressure his Nissa.
Unless it's a Tarka.
Okay. Wasn't a Tarka. All right, I'm on the play for game 2. My hand is basically perfect.
My hand is not, but it is definitely a keep.
Womp, womp. Any hand that starts with a turn 1 Loam Dryad is a great hand in my book.
All right, so I have 2 different ways to play this out, and I think it's best to just play the wilds. That's a decision point that has come up a lot, and it always feels right to be a little conservative this early in the game. All right, untap, draw. Advocate, your turn.
All right. Beatdowns come to a halt.
Are you sure?
Yep. Make a white. I think we're going to go ahead and play a Displacer. So if he doesn't kill it, we can start blinking our Elvish Visionary. And I'll go ahead and pop this thing.
All right. Oath. Interesting. Not really.
I think I want to get access to a second green mana. The way my hand looks. What did you reveal off the Oath? I'm sorry.
I revealed the Forest.
Okay.
So we can put another Advocate into play, but I don't think that's correct, so we'll do that and pass.
All right. Brad has Languish every single game, I guess. Just every game. Attack.
Yep.
16. Go. We'll just start blinking this Visionary while we can.
Path that.
We'll blink Visionary.
Yep. Draw. Attack for 2.
Yep.
Chat 18.
Yep.
And your turn.
Ooh. I don't. It's pretty rare, actually, that I draw Cryptolithrites in a spot where it's great. So we're gonna lead here with. Oh, sorry, I can't. Yeah, I can do that. A Visionary.
Yep.
Draw. And then I'm gonna play my lands. Tap these for a mana each off the right.
Yep.
And play Matter Shaper.
Alrighty.
Here you go.
And your turn.
Ruh-roh.
No answer yet?
Well, we got a thing. It's still just looming. Start with Visionary.
Mm-hmm.
Reflector Mage the Cletus. And
Let's have a rule for like Bitter Blossom.
Yeah, no, that's why I put it on top of this. So these 2 can't be righted, these 4 can. I'm gonna attack with just the Matter Shaper.
13.
Go.
Advocate. Attack.
All right, 14.
Now, decision.
To play Cletus or not?
Well, that is not a decision.
Cast Languish or not?
I would do that if I had it.
No.
I think it's best to just play this in your turn.
All right, cast Coco.
Yep.
Whoop. Come on, let's get a good one. There's 4 bricks. Ooh, hit.
That is a pretty good hit.
Yeah, Dustwatch Recruiter is not a bad one when you have... How much mana do we have now?
You have a ton.
All right, let's find an Atarka.
Oh, no, let's not find a Tarka.
Let's find an Atarka. All right, how do we start with this? All right, well, these all tap for colored, so I'm going to leave these open for colorless.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with Activate Dustwatch. Brick. 1, 2, 3. Activate again. Take a Reflector Mage.
Not bad.
So we only have 8 currently for mana. So we can't activate Dustwatch and cast both the things in our hand. And personally, I don't even really want to cast the Reflector Mage right now because he does have that Kalidas in hand. So I kind of want to wait on that. So I guess I'll just activate one more time. I'll use one of these. Get a Lone Dryad. And then we'll go Loam Dryad and Matter Shaper. Say go.
Was that a decent turn?
That was fine. My first recruiter bricked. Or my first recruiter activation.
Well, let's cast Nissa.
Yep.
Get Forest. You have a Matter Shaper in hand?
No, I have a Reflector
Or
Mage.
Reflector Mage, yeah.
Yep. And I can only tap for 1 mana right now, so these have Summoning Sickness.
Okay. Ruinous Path the Duskwatch.
Tilt.
I played my land, so flip.
Nice trigger.
Get a Shia and pass the turn.
All right, well, we don't have any more engine, so we need to draw a Displacer or another Dustwatch. Collect a Company, perhaps an Ahiri. We got a couple of draws that are great. That's not a bad one to start.
Another Dustwatch?
No, another Visionary.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we'll do this.
Yep.
Okay. Nissa. I don't know if I have any more force in this deck.
So many redraws.
Yeah.
You do. You have 4.
All right, we'll play it. Flip our Nissa. And instead of making an Ashaya LaBeouf, we're just going to start,
we're going to start cards.
Churning. All right, so draw this, play it. Tick up, reveal. Oh, Dragon Lord Atarka?
Eek.
Oh, wow. And you're tapped out almost. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I could attack first, actually. If I attack first and he blocks with Advocates, then I can spray my damage with Tarka a little better. Actually clear some of the Advocates. Nah, I hate that. All right, we'll just do... No, maybe I should, actually. It goes like this. Something like that. Whatever. Gotta tap these 5 so I can attack with these. If I attack him with all 3...
Your Reflector Mage is untapped.
All I know is I had to tap 5 creatures and 2 lands.
But you've only
Tarka.
cast 5 mana worth of spells.
I played a Nissa and a Visionary. Oh, okay, sure. Right. So if I attack him with all 3 Matter Shapers... I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him next turn. I'm sorry. This is why I hate these decks, because I just... this is too much. I'm just going to attack you with all these. Alright, that's fine. So these 3 die. We also get value out of them too, though.
Yeah.
But now
so
we can go
trigger,
2/2/1 if you're sure you want to do that.
Yeah, well, I have this for this and that I care about, so you're not going to hit everything.
Land. Displacer. Ooh.
Yeah.
Do we have enough? Oh, we're short. Have I played a land this turn? Yeah, because I flipped this.
You flipped.
Man, that's a tilt.
You're not short.
Of being able to play it and blink it? Oh,
1,
no.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, blink.
All right, fine. All right, play it, blink it, do 2, 2, 1, and then
2, 1.
2, 1.
So my board's dead. All right. Well, let's. I've had better days.
I've had worse turns. I've definitely had worse turns.
All right. Yeah.
What?
I feel like you've shown me enough of your deck.
I didn't think I was going to win that game.
Well, no, I didn't either.
The Targa hit the Displacer.
All right, so from this sideboard, it seems a little strange to be cutting oaths and bringing in creatures, but the one thing that I've realized about this deck is unless you're in a matchup where you want to be very green when you want Deathmiss Raptor in your deck, it's when you keep in your oath. So like mid-range decks where I don't want as much removal spells, I want to have the oaths along with the Deathmiss. But the thing about Oath of Nissa is that it gives your deck a consistency for creatures and lands that allows you to keep a higher density of opening hands. But when you board in this package against decks where your black removal spells are important, you end up just having too many threats fill up your opening hands and fill up your draws. And so you have to consider this a potential board out when you're boarding in the Deathmiss package. And it gives the deck a much higher threat density.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing against control deck, you want to leave in both, right? Because you just want to make sure that you have a lot of ways to hit your threats and continually draw them. And, you know, you have all these removal spells that you side out against control decks. So I think it just makes sense that when you're bringing in Deathmiss, you know, cutting Oath makes it less, like a little more likely that you might miss a land drop. Right? But you don't want to draw too many threats against me. But the Deathmiss, I think, are a good way to just stall out Reality Smasher and act as a removal spell.
Yeah, and then so the board ends that I'm bringing in is I'm bringing in my Deathmiss Den Protector package, which is my late game. So I'm taking out a Nissa. I'm even going down to 2 Languish because this is usually their plan, and the games are going to go long. And so I want Ruinous Path. But the awkward thing I'm doing of taking out 2 Ultimate Price and bringing in 2 Deadweights is a concession towards sometimes I need answers to Matter Reshaper. I'm always going to want to kill Duskwatch Recruiters, so this is just a cheaper removal spell when they line up against each other. And the only other creature that I might want to Ultimate Price is Sylvan Advocate or potentially a Nissa, but it just doesn't line up well enough that I never want to end up with 2 in my hand.
Right. All right, my side, Cryptolith Rite is generally only great against the matchups where, you know, you're both just trying to build a giant board presence, and that's where you end up getting an advantage from Cryptolith Rites, where your opponent isn't really killing too many of your creatures. You're able to hit a mana sink like an Eldrazi Displacer or a Dustwatch Recruiter, and then take advantage of that giant amount of extra mana that you have from the Cryptolith Rites. However, if your opponent is a Languish deck or just has a bunch of spot, like a ton of spot removal, then Cryptolith Rite just slowly gets worse and worse. And you want to make sure that instead of drawing Cryptolith Rite, you're just drawing gas. And Reality Smasher, Sylvan Advocate, and Nissa are all, I guess, constitute gas. I would say. Loam Dryads, similar reasons why we're cutting those. We don't want to flood too badly on mana. We kind of just want to naturally hit our land drops and then have our spells do a lot of the talking, as opposed to ramping into a thing, because Brad's deck is pretty well set up to beat a big thing, just not like, you know, a string of great threats in a row is like my best way, I think, of actually taking control of the game. Displacer is one of the better cards in the deck. However, in this matchup, since we're cutting Cryptolith, right, and since Brad has a lot of spot removal, Displacer can't protect itself. If Displacer could protect itself, I think it would be phenomenal in this matchup. It would be phenomenal in general. It's already great. But the fact that you can't protect it with its own ability means that you're very unlikely to actually get extra value out of blinking something like Eldritch Visionary or Flesher Mage, because Brad's probably just going to kill it.
All right, well, I'm going to keep this hand, even though if I don't draw a land, I'm just going to immediately die. But I do think because it has this, it's worth keeping.
My side, we have a good curve and good mana. I don't know if you can ask for too much more than that. All right, we'll get an island. So used to taking a damage off of a fetch land. Feels good.
Go.
Feels good, man. Not expecting this Dustwatch Recruiters to survive, but whoa. What if I draw a Visionary?
Then I guess I killed the wrong thing.
All right, go. It's not like I'm throwing that guy under the bus instead, but I do think it's important to make sure you can bait out removal with slightly worse creatures. I thought you cut 2 of those.
I did. For some reason, I drew one.
Here we go.
All right. Draw, play my forest, take a pain to 19, and then your turn.
Wow, so lucky. Just drew 2 lands in a row.
That's not true.
I know. He only drew 1 land.
Yeah. And it was wild.
Yeah. It lined up well with your curve, though. All right. Here we go.
What
guess.
could you have?
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what I
That's
got.
my only play. Go.
You sure you don't want to attack?
I don't really feel like it, no.
What if I promise not to block? I lied. We're definitely doing this and bouncing that. And then I have the option here of putting a little more pressure in play. I think that's fine. We want to get this into play. So we can start attacking through the Nissa.
Yeah, this is bad. Smasher?
No,
Okay.
I wish. 15.
Yep.
We'll play a Dust Watch and
Yeah.
say go.
This is exactly how I don't want this match to play out.
It's a little menacing to play another creature into a possible Languish, but we are getting to activate the Recruiter, and if he doesn't have the Languish, you can actually recast Cletus this turn, right?
Yeah.
Because I blinked at the end of the last turn. So that's annoying. But we could potentially hit another Reflector Mage off the Recruiter.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the best play, but I don't know how I'm getting out of this game. I think I just have to get greedy. My hand kind of is not coming together.
All right. Tight. You're dead.
Yeah, that's really bad.
All right. Draw for turn. All right. So we'll go blink, bounce. Why are you...
Oh.
Yeah, that goes to your hand.
Oh, yeah, hand.
And then...
Attack with both?
Both, yeah.
All right.
Sure. I'm fine trading. So you take 4. You're at 11.
Yep.
Your go.
Eek. All right. Nissa, land, and...
Which one are you going to kill? You got 3 great targets for your ruinous path.
I think it has to be... You only have one? Okay, you have so many cards in your hand, too. I think it just has to be that. It's your turn.
You're so smart. What now? What now? All right, attack.
Yep.
2, 2, 6.
Yep.
Go. So we could go Displacer, target Reflector Mage, like main phase, and bounce the Nissa. I want to try to make sure he doesn't go Cletus removal spell and get a zombie.
Trigger.
I think I also just let that happen, because I get to either blink the Reflector Mage and bounce the token, or I get to... Did you take this up yet?
Oh, no, sorry. I meant to have it at the position it's supposed to be in.
It's dead.
All right, so now it comes down to if he has another Coco, which I'm probably dead to because I'm at 6. I think I just have to go to 5 and make a Shia in your turn.
I don't have a Cuckoo.
What? That's step 1. That's a thing.
I think I just have to say go. Because if I blink this, then I'm only attacking with this. So, alright, we'll get a plane.
But if I have another grasp, I guess, I don't have that many, but if I do have a grasp, then I can just target this and get a zombie.
Well, I mean, okay, so I'm not going to do anything because I'm just going to wait for you to act first. And if you don't act first, at the end of turn, I'm just going to blink this.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And then on my turn, I can reassess.
Yep. All right. Draw. Reveal.
So I want to potentially blink most of your sorcery speed removal. So I may respond to that because he can flip up and get back grasp. So yeah, we're going to target this.
That resolves.
All right, target that.
Okay.
All right, so you get a morph counter.
I'm just flipping it immediately and grasping.
Okay.
And your turn.
All right, blink that.
All right.
So, no real use attacking Nissa since he has to block regardless. Like, if I go both at Nissa, I can either kill Nissa or deal him 2 damage. Or potentially 3 damage if he wants to trade for Reflector Mage instead.
But I can get an Ashaya again if that's relevant.
It kind of is. You get an extra card's also kind of relevant. Just don't know if I can actually beat Kalidas at this point because I have gone through 2 reflectors and 2 displacers already. I could maybe go this at Nissa and this at you, and then that might entice you to block this to make sure I get a trigger off of this, as opposed to just losing a creature. Alright, we'll do that. This at Nissa, this at you. So I'm more willing to have the Reshaper die at this point.
Well, this seems like desperation where Todd needs more resources.
No, I mean, sure, but I also know that I can't kill you this
so
turn.
This makes me want to block the Reshapers, so I have an additional creature on the board. And I think I have to. I think I'm just going to... Well, do I have enough resources to win the game without the Nissa? And I think that might be true, so I am just going to block here.
Sure.
And so the play did work.
I'm also I'm fairly happy with that exchange, so... I don't think I've played a land yet. Last turn I went Displacer plus Blink plus Evolving Wilds. So that's 7, 8. I guess I did play a land. I don't know. Go. Rather err on the side of safe. Oh, no play? Past turn, no play?
I don't like it.
Right. Kalidas kill my guy and make a zombie? Sure.
Go.
Activate.
Yeah.
Coco in my hand. I'll get a recruiter number 2.
That's so good.
Just play magic forever, Brad. You want to kill it?
Oh, yeah, I gotta kill it.
So he's flipping and pricing or grasping. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so he's still at 5.
I'm at 6.
You took a pain to cast the Kalidas when you were at 6, putting you dead to a thing. That was a while back.
No, so I'm still dead on board. Smasher?
No. Activate.
Oh, okay.
Next turn.
Eek.
Type.
Block. I'm at 2.
Yeah, go. Since I don't have Loam Drought in my deck anymore, so there's no reason to main phase the Dust Watch activation.
Yeah, I needed that. Can I survive? If you brick, I mean, might as well play it out. And trigger, go.
Sure. You get a clue, activate Dust Watch.
Do you have the other land?
Yep.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, not beating that.
Also drew that.
Yeah, not beating that. Another really removal heavy landlight hand, but again, I don't really like mulligan with this deck, even though I'd like at least one creature in it.
Sure. My side, we mulligan a 1-lander down to 6. This hand is a good amount better than the previous one. We're looking to draw a few lands, but we also really want to hit like some collector companies or elf visionaries or something on the way. This land, not ideal. I already have 2 pain lands. I'm not sure how much it even helps me in the early turns. I think I just want to find a few more creatures, and I mean, I'm gonna naturally draw some lands anyway. So, all right, here you go.
Here we go.
It can feel kind of bad to fetch a forest with an evolving wild, since you do want to make sure that all your Nisas later in the game can get it.
4.
But yeah, but you do have
Nisas.
you have access to 4. You only have 2 Nisas, and I want to make sure I don't take too much damage off of my spells. Go. They're always gonna die.
Go.
All right, I'll take 2.
Bouncing. All right.
Could potentially save that for Kalidas or something, but kind of want to make sure he doesn't hit a clue on just the right turn.
All right, your turn.
This could be a worse play than the other one, but I want to try to hit a land. We miss.
All right, 2 decisions to be made here. I think this is just the better one.
That's a good one.
Attack.
18 all?
Yep.
Tilt. I take another point. 17. Go ahead and fetch.
Draw. 3. Go to 17, draw.
Ah.
Ooh.
17 all.
Don't think I mind him having Displacer for a turn, and I can reassess next turn. He can't even really get to the Obnixilis. All right. Clue attack. Chat 13.
Yep.
And your turn.
I think Blinking Advocate and attacking into Obnixilis with Displacer is not very good. You can also just let Obnixilis die. I basically just have this on defense against potentially 14 power or something next turn. I almost said a bad word. Alright, I'll just say go.
Alright.
I got nothing.
Nothing?
I got nothing. Actually, no. I gotta main phase this, because if I hit a Nis, I need to hit my land drop really bad.
Okay.
So.
Alright, so what do I want to do here?
It's definitely something to consider while you're playing a collect company deck, is like, how many spots do you get in where you need to like main phase this, or you need to even draw step this, or end of turn this?
Well, since Todd's stuck on lands, I can take a rather aggressive approach in this game, which is interesting.
Stone Rain?
I'm gonna go to 16, draw a card. It doesn't help me, but I'm just gonna Slumguard Displacer.
Okay.
And pass the turn. And I'm going to try to continue building up my card advantage lead while Todd has to figure out how to develop.
All right, we got 4 cards on the bottom of the deck that aren't Reflector Mage. We have a Reflector Mage in hand, but if we Coco into a Reflector Mage, that might actually give us a chance to win. And right now we're pretty far behind on this board. Bouncing the Slumgar would let us attack all of our creatures into Obnixilis, and then We're going to get some triggers off of this and maybe even trade for the tracker. So I guess playing it safe is not even all that bad. But I don't love it. Yeah, so 12.
This, you get this back.
Sometimes you need to gamble, but I don't think this is one of those spots. These are at OB.
Yeah.
All right, kill tracker, get 2 triggers.
This goes to 3. Let's see your triggers. Land. Smasher. Alright.
If we had... Yeah, we couldn't really attack first, but if I had been able to, then I could have maybe done this before, because I still haven't played a land this turn. So, here you go.
Alright. Draw. I like that since he also has a Smasher. I'm just gonna kill Displacer. Attack for 4. Drop you to 8. Play Nissa. Trigger. Make a Shia. And pass the turn.
I'm just going to kind of assume he has a Grasp of Darkness or something like that.
Or just, I hold up Quagmire a lot.
Sure. Alright, so what happens next turn? If we play out 2 threats, he's probably still going to just like tick up Nissa, play Dragonlord Slumgar, and then battle for 8. So what would he take? If we play Matter Reshaper Nissa, he's probably going to take Reshaper. That's going to force us into a double chump block type situation. We could also force him to take one of these, and then we can threaten to Coco, and then we could hit anything. It could even be a boat. But that leaves us in a spot where we're not super comfortable with not being able to potentially do this on the next turn. All right, I'm not super happy about it, but we're just gonna say go.
Interesting. All right, pop clue.
Yep.
Reveal.
A lot of heavy breathing today, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
This is tough.
All right, attack you.
All right, do this first.
Sure.
If we hit some stuff, whatever. I'm not using anything with the rest of my men anyway. We're gonna stack it so that we get a force first.
Oh, sure.
So, because I actually put a card down there that I wouldn't mind drawing. And then we'll draw a card off of Visionary, and I'm thinking about doing a lot of game blocks here. If we triple block the Advocate, we lose all 3 of our creatures to 1 removal spell. If we quadruple block the Ashaya, I think I just have to try to get Sylvan Advocate off the field. So, all right, draw a card off this.
Yep. All right, I'll eat these 2 and take 4.
Is there something that can kill me in this format?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm at 4.
Except 4 more damage.
Well, yeah. I probably should block that with Visionary. Or no. Yeah, like triple block and then chump. Then you steal this. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to be at 8 still.
Okay. You're at 8. You have a bunch of cards.
True.
And I'll take a pain.
Okay, you're at 15?
Yep, your turn.
Alright, I know it's going to get stole. I'm going to go 7. Kill one of these and then this, go. Ruinous Path, Atarka. And
Force a chump block. You go take 3.
Yeah, we'll go to 4.
Your turn.
All right, Reflector Mage this and hit you for 5. We go blue, white, colorless, and then colorless. So we don't even take any damage.
All right, I'm at 10.
Maybe I can't attack actually, because
Then
if
I
you
can Silumgar it and attack you with it.
oh yeah, maybe I'm just dead regardless, right? Because if you do, I'm at 4. Yeah. If I play this, I'm actually.
Spell.
Oh no, it's tap. No, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry. So it's either
But
removal spell plus activate. Yeah. It's either removal spell plus activate. Instead of the Smasher, I could have just played this, but then he steals this. It probably was bad to Smasher, but I actually have to try to win the game.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a way to actually kill your Slumgar. And I've already gone through. That was my 3rd Reflector Mage, I think. So. All right, game 5 for all the chips. I'm on the play. My hand is pretty good. I don't know.
Wait, you get paid in chips?
Yeah. What do you get paid?
They give me money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep this hand though. I actually have a tough. I'll let you talk about your hand, but I'm having a tough time figuring out what I want to evolve in wilds for.
All right. Well, my hand is perfect. The only thing I'd like to do is turn this into a Hissing Quagmire, and then I'm happy with
I
everything.
think I need to get a mountain. I think I'm also just not going to cast Dustwatch Recruiter on turn 2, just so I can, unless I draw an untapped land. Did I pass the mountain already? Nope. All right, good. Plus, I just have a feeling now that Brad's got Deadweight in hand. Ha ha. Hasn't drawn it all match. Doop. Yeah, we have to curve out, and we didn't draw land, so.
Go.
Tilt. Just drew the perfect. Oh well. Go.
Mm-hmm.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Upkeep, kill it. Draw step, kill it.
I'll let that be up to you.
Ooh.
It's coming.
Soon. Go.
All right. Knowing that is coming, that's an interesting one. Clue, go.
Well, it's gonna be a fun game.
No, I'm not liking it. Don't really want to take damage. Fuck. It's coming sooner than I want it to be.
True.
Uh-oh.
What do I want to do now?
Concede.
What? Why? Why would I possibly do that? All right, we'll just do this. Whoop.
All right. Come on, deck. This is the one game that I just want to not miss land drops. All right, I'm gonna languish. Your turn.
Oh, you missed that land drop, huh?
Yeah, it's not good. 14.
Go. Lucky.
Yeah. I could do these two things, but I feel like that's just... I don't think I can afford it. I'm going to take another pain.
13. Discard.
Ruinous Path, discard Death Mist.
Ooh, that's nice.
Your turn. All right. 8. Draw a card. Wow, my mana's bad too. No, I don't have a rule for it. All right, I'll let you play your sandbagged land.
I don't have a land.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
No.
Judge, do I have a land? No? All right. So -4 plus a block. Tilt.
I'll just have to cast this Reflector Mage.
I don't have Reflector Mage either. Got Coco.
Which always hits a Reflector Mage.
It didn't.
Ugh.
Just hit the goods, though. And there's still some good ones on bottom. So we're going to do this. Going to do... I guess I should get a Plains.
Another creature? And you're just saying go?
Well, I'm not attacking into no Grasp of Darkness. What do you think I am? Glub Glub? I know Glub Glub.
How do I win?
That's why I didn't attack. I think the only way you can win is if I attack and you grasp and discard another Deathmist Raptor, and then you go Dim Protector, get back Grasp, get back 2 Deathmist Raptors, and grasp and kill guy. And get two guys back.
And I guess I'm at 8.
You're about to go to 7.
7.
All right. Grasp the Displacer.
That's not helping. Why did I board the third one in?
Oh, Languish?
Yeah, I just have all of them.
Who kills this? Go.
I take a pain.
6?
Yeah.
You know I have a Tarka, right?
What do you think I'm supposed to do? I can concede.
All right, fair enough. Do I want to get fancy?
What's fancy?
Cast Coco. All right, try to deal 5 to old Dumbface.
Yeah, kill that. Go to 5, make a zombie.
Yeah, sure.
Double block, go to 3.
This tramples for 1?
Oh, go to 2.
Yeah. Here we go.
Still drawing 0 outs because I don't have 4 black. I do have 4 black now. I don't have enough mana to do what I want. Just draw my languishes.
So your buddy Deathmist didn't really show up today.
He did not come fighting, no.
Yeah, he's a little late to class.
I might have messed up. The first Smasher, before the first Smasher came down, I could have played a Deathmist, and I think maybe I should have.
Instead of like killing my creature?
I don't remember. I think I languished a Displacer.
You languished a Nissa and an Elvish Visionary.
I also think I don't remember. I think I screwed that turn up.
I mean,
I think it would have changed if I had a 5th land though.
Well, also I'm not just going to cast a Reality Smasher into a Deathmist Raptor.
No, I know, but like that's one of the things about Deathmist against Reality Smasher.
Yeah,
is you can play it the turn before they can do that to op tempo them.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly true. I think the deck transitions very well. The Cryptolith Rite deck transitions very well into a good stuff deck.
Yep.
And I mean, even if I like the turn I cast the first Smasher, my hand was a Tarka Smasher. Coco Displacer.
Yeah, that's
or
just
something.
Insane.
Yeah. So and because I got so much value off of my Matter Reshapers trading 2 for 1, and I was like hitting land drops in tandem with like gaining.
Maybe I should just play that deck.
Maybe we should all play just a 4-color deck that doesn't play Cryptolith Rites because it's always bad.
It's not bad against green-white.
Oh, man, it's so bad against everything.
It's not that bad against green-white or humans because you need the mana. Like the mana is what like really pulls you ahead in these matchups.
Sure. I mean, Reality Smasher is not good against those decks, right? And the plane you want Reality Smasher against, you get to side out the Cryptolith Rite, and I think that's important, but it just feels so bad, and we never get to play. I never get to play Cryptolith Rite against a deck where it's good. My testing is so skewed.
Yeah, it's actually good against the other aggressive elements in the format.
Yeah,
because I mean, you saw that game where I couldn't kill the Duskwatch, and then you just drew like 5 cards. Think of the matches where they don't have that much removal.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, right? Yeah. But it's really hard for me to want to play the Cryptolith Rite deck when I see how bad the card is against like Languish or the heavy removal spell decks, because I haven't actually physically played Cryptolith Rite against a deck where it's good.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, I can tell you that it is, and that it doesn't matter if you get to play with cards as long as you win. Just play with the cards that are best.
That's counterintuitive to my entire philosophy on life.
Well, yeah.
Do what you love. I'm a true hedonist, man.
How did that goggles open go for you?
Oh, I played your goggles deck and it was terrible. You should be ashamed.
A month and a half, 2 months after the Pro Tour?
Yeah, but that's your fault for bad deck design.
It really is.
All these other green-white decks and stuff, they're still churning.
That is true. I am a failure and should figure out a new source of income.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be all for me and Brad this week. The matchup was pretty interesting. You know, three twos with a lot of good games is exactly where we want the videos to be at. And, you know, we saw Brad's interesting sideboard plan that didn't quite pan out, but he made the switch at the end where if that language had just been the Dim Protector you sided out, that entire last game would have been different.
I don't know if that's true. I mean, I could have just cast it on turn 2, but I wouldn't have done that.
No, on turn 5 or something, you could just go morph pass with a Deathmiss in the graveyard.
Yeah, but then you're just Atarka the board. You hitting the Atarka was gigantic.
Yeah, maybe that should play more Atarkas. Atarka's so good.
It is very good.
I didn't ever draw Nahiri. I wonder if Nahiri's actually even good in the deck. I assume it's fine.
I think it's fine because it comes out fast. You have a bunch of creatures in play that are blocking and causing havoc, and you're just discarding all your useless cards.
Yeah, I mean, being able to protect a planeswalker like Nahiri that builds the ultimate really fast, I think is pretty good.
And just think of you casting or getting a Tarkov Nahiri with all your mana open and a Displacer in play.
And it bounces.
You don't even have to cast
but it also bounces back. So
not if you blink it.
But if I don't have it, that just means I get to cast it again.
You get to just keep attacking and not have to cast it again because you can blink it. You can attack, blink.
I'm saying that's great. I would much rather do that. But even if I can't,
even if you can't, yeah,
I get to do it twice.
Yeah, it deals 13 damage that turn. Just 5 to the board, 8 to the face.
Yeah, anyway, guys, that's going to be all for me and Brad today. If you have any questions about either deck in the comments, direct them to the people who built the decks, not us. Actually, guys, no, Brad built that deck.
or at least tuned it. I tuned this deck.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. I didn't build this deck.
See you guys next week.
It was
with
a lot
some
of
more
fun.
Articles, videos versus videos. You know the spiel. And soon we will be playing with Eldritch Moon spoilers once more than 3 of them are out.
What we got? We got a flip.
Well, we're not getting into
a backside.
We're not getting into a podcast about the cards.
We got a front side.
Oh yeah, we got 3.5 cards actually.
Oh yeah, that was really weird. They spoiled the backside of a card and not the front side.
It's an Eldrazi flip card.
I know.
That's sweet.
That is
anyway,
great.
all right. See you guys.